want to briefly, add anything or touch on the basis of your motion?
Just very simply,
And again, speak loudly,
I
and
am
we're
Gary-
serious about that.
I'm Gary Prince, and in response to Chancellor Bell's question, it's very simple. These are all fine people. They have served Knoxville well. They are politicians. Ms. Oster is a politician. And on the merit board, the spirit of the merit board is to take politics out of the merit board. And since July, when she declared the secretary, that means, okay, I'm running for political office. And if you look, no matter what, 74, 70, the 88 amendment, 93 amendments, whatever, the spirit of the merit board is to take politics out of the merit system so everyone can have equal justice, not just us. And so to do that, it's very important that even if you really maybe not have a conflict, you haven't got donations for the past year from others, I hadn't checked, but it just puts everybody in an awkward position, and that's what's called the appearance of impropriety. And so I'm asking, please, with all due respect, that Ms. Oster does not have any, does not sit on this board to rule one way or the other regarding the Knox County Sheriff's Office employees who I represent, and also Sheriff Tom Spangler in his official capacity. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Valiant?
Yes, I'm John Valiant. I represent Martha Dooley, who is caught in traffic, but she wants us to proceed. Everybody in this room has some involvement in politics and always has. I and Mr. Prince both know every judge in the county and have probably contributed to a vast majority of them in some form or fashion. But you always knew when you walked into the courtroom you were going to get a fair deal. And the same thing applies here. I think everybody on this council can rule fairly whether or not they've been in politics or helped a candidate or not. And that's certainly not one of the things that makes somebody ineligible or conflicted to serve on this board. I noticed in his motion he cited some rules that said with reference to employees of the Sheriff's Department and the Merit Council. None of you are employees of the Sheriff's Department or the Merit Council. You are the Merit Council, and there's no reason why any of you should resign or recuse yourself.
May I respond?
Yes.
With all due respect, there is case law to support the position that the merit board are considered Knox County employees. Whether they're appointed or not, the law, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the law states that yes, you are employees and you will abide by the code of ethics for the Knox County employees. And it's not just Knox County Sheriff's Office employees. That's what we're trying to do in Knoxville, is to get politics out of the merit board. And again, this is improper. This is not the way to proceed. We want equal justice, and we can't get equal justice as long as a politician is serving on a merit board openly. You can't do it. Thank you.
I'm addressing only the motion that was filed, and that is she a classified member of the Sheriff's Department or an employee. Under 1.3 of the policy, the employees are classified members of the Sheriff's Department. Employees are classified members of the Sheriff's Department and personnel serving the council. So to be classified, it would appear that you must first be an employee. I don't know about any case law, it hasn't been presented, but I don't have any evidence before me that the chairperson is an employee, and thus would not be considered a classified member of the sheriff's department. The qualifications for counsel make no mention of being an employee or not being an employee. In fact, it states that you cannot have been an employee for the 5 previous years if you are to serve on the council. So there would be an assumption that she is not an employee and a finding to that effect. We're gonna ask the council members if you agree or disagree. Mr. Wright, as you know, I can make a decision, but the council has the right to overturn or make a different decision. Mr. Wright, do you agree or disagree? Feel free to disagree, just state your position.
I agree that she is not an employee of the sheriff's department.
All right. Ms. Oster, I'll pass over here for a moment. Do you agree or disagree that she is not an employee?
I agree that she's not an employee.
All right. Well, that'll stand for the moment at least. I'm going to ask the members of the council to fill out a sheet. Do either Mr. Valiant, Mr. Prince, do you want to take a look at the sheet that they're about to fill out and what they're going to be saying? Ms. Taylor, would you give them a copy and let them look at it and see if there's any problems there?
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
May I consult with Dan Gass